everybody, this is Laura at Little Inker Designs. How are you? I'm here today to show you a couple of products from our brand new December 2014 release. I'm really excited that you're here to watch what I have to show you today. We have a brand new set called Long and Skinny Rectangles, and it's a really versatile die set that I think you're going to have a lot of fun with. We had a couple of our designers hollering at me in the nicest of possible ways, of course, saying, Laura, we need a die set that does some stripes that has your signature stitching on them. And I agreed, and every time I sat down to design something, I kept coming up with something that wasn't budget friendly for our customers. And I know I wouldn't have purchased it because it would have been ridiculously expensive. So I kept going back to the drawing board. And I think I finally arrived at the right product for you. So this die set is not only to be used for stripes, but can also be used for sentiment panels. And I really like the versatility in this set, and I think you will too. So as you can see, this die set is vertical right now. And the tallest dies in this set, there are 3, are exactly 5.5 inches tall, so that you can perfectly align your die cuts to a pre-made A2 card base. And I'll show you how that works. So I've cut this one, and this guy, and this guy, and maybe we'll put him here. Of course, I'd be sticking these down here so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. And as you can see, if I were to stick these down with tape, I would have a perfectly aligned card base now, covered in vertical stripes that have our awesome stitching on them. And I think it's kind of neat the way this lays out, because you can, put a focal image here, maybe even a sentiment, and then you have this really cool stripe effect on the right hand side of your card. Well, that's not all this set can do. I don't know what it is, but when I design, I always seem to want to put things on the horizontal. So I wanted this set to be able to work for you horizontally as well, and it totally can. And that's what I really like about this, is it's one price, you get vertical and horizontal stripes that can do so much more. So here again, I have my same A2 card base. And what you can do is just line these stripes up. I always start at the bottom or the top so that you can use, the edge of your card as your guide so that everything comes out nice and straight. And you can just layer these and stick them down. And once you finally have the arrangement that you like, what I did is just ran them through my paper trimmer and trimmed off the edges so that you have an entire card covered in perfectly aligned stripes with stitches, and it's kind of awesome, don't you think? I really, really like the way this looks. So there's a unique die in this set that was very important for us to include, and it's this little guy right here. This die is only, or will only, cut a stitched line. So in other words, it doesn't have the main cutting line or solid edge cut line around it. And the reason why this is included is because I stacked all my stripes here, and then when I got to the top, I had one that hung over my card base. Now you can certainly make a card base that's taller, but if you want to stick to that A2 size, you can take this last guy, which I don't know if I want to peel that off right now because it might get curly. I've already stuck it down, but I trimmed off the edge before I stuck it down, and then I took this die, ran it through my die cutting machine, and I have a stripe that finishes the top of my card that looks like it's every other stripe in the set. Is your mind blown? Because my mind is blown a little. So we have one product that does vertical stripes. I sound like a fool. My mind is blown by this die set. So we have one die set that does vertical and horizontal stripes. You can use it to put, sentiments in if you held it this way. You could do all kinds of things with this set, and that's the cool thing about having an amazing design team, because I know as soon as I start peeking around at all of their designs, I'll say, why didn't I think of that? Now, there's one other die in the set that I'd like to bring to your attention, and it's this guy right here. So he's this middle guy. If you notice, he is a perfect 4.25 inches across, which is the width measurement on an A2 card base. So you could stack this guy all the way up your card, and not only do you have the horizontal stripe, but then you'll have this particular panel with the stitching on either side. And when you get to the top or you get to the bottom and you have that piece that's hanging over, all you have to do is use this guy on your last piece. So I think that this is pretty clever, the way that we've designed it, and I hope that you'll see the value and versatility in this die set as much as I do. I think it's really cool, and I think it's going to be that die set that in the release I will be reaching for over and over again to design with. So I can't not tell you about some of the other products that you see here because it's so beautifully displayed on my card. So I'm going to take a second and tell you all about it. We have a brand new die. It's this really cool diamond die that I think you're going to love. It's a perfect focal image for your card, and it coordinates with this stamp set that is so fun. And it's really extra cool because it was designed by our own design team member, Sarah J. from Criminal Grace. So we collaborated together on this set. She came to me and she said, Laura, I have a really great concept for a die set, and I know how talented Sarah is, so I told her to run with it, and I'm really excited about the way it turned out. It features all of these beautifully faceted gem stamps and coordinating sentiments, and it's super fun. And it's these little added details that Sarah included that just make the gems in this set really sparkle when you use them. As you can see, I included this stamp here, this like little sparkly trail. I used a Versamark ink behind my diamond before I stuck it down. And what I also did, I wanted this to be raised up off my card a little bit. So here I actually die cut 3 of the diamonds and I glued them together and stuck them down so I get this slightly bit raised effect off my card. And I really, really like how this turned out. And the sentiment is I treasure you. So give this to someone for Valentine's Day or just because to say I love you. But what a beautiful image and sentiment, and what a beautiful statement it makes against the stripes. So thank you, everybody. I hope you love everything in our December release. Again, this was just a small sneak peek of our long and skinny rectangles, our girl's best friend stamp set, and coordinating diamond die. Thank you so much. Don't forget to check everything out at littleanchordesigns.com. I welcome your feedback. Make projects, post them to our Facebook page. We love interacting with our customers. Thank you so much. Enjoy the release, and I'll see you next time. And then if I hold my adhesive parallel to the edge of the die like I am here, it's hard to do with only one hand, so I can't really demonstrate it, but I just kind of, mark it all along the edges, turn my adhesive runner, and I would go outward again, just putting tape all along that edge. It's helpful if you do this on a scrap piece of paper because you'll have a little adhesive that overruns. And then hopefully, once you do that all the way around, you can just flip this and have a nice application to a card front. But I also wanted to show you that this is the adhesive remover, and it's nice. It has a pointed end. I got this in the dollar bin at AC Moore, and if there are pieces of adhesive that overrun, I'll just give you a quick demo here. I'll just put one on here. You can see how it's shiny there in the photo. I just rub it away, and it really shouldn't feel like a whole lot of effort. Give this particular adhesive a try. Try applying it in those larger spots and parallel to the edges of the die and work outward. and I think you'll have better luck. Let me know if you find this to be helpful. Good luck. Thanks. Bye-bye.